Hello everybody, Jim here. I know it's been a while since I've made one of these videos. I haven't really put out many loudmouth reviews in a while because I've been taking certain classes, which have recently been finished. It's not because I've quit this or anything like that. Alright, I still plan on putting out more videos. I got other unfinished scripts, unfinished video files that I plan on eventually producing, but I had to focus on finishing these classes because currently this channel isn't generating nearly enough revenue for me to live off of. But on some good news on that front, I got a few new book sales for my book Stars of the Sky. You can hear me read a chapter of it in another video on this channel. And if whoever bought those books is listening, just want to say thank you very much. It doesn't mean it generates enough to live off of, but every little bit counts. So thank you. Well, I just got back from seeing Pixar's latest movie, The Good Dinosaur. First, I need to clarify, I'm a big Pixar fan. I consider them some of the greatest filmmakers out there. And their movies, not just the best animated movies or the best kids' movies, some of them are some of the best movies, period, ever made. Movies like Up, Toy Story 3, and recently Inside Out, which came out just earlier this year. Phenomenal. Masterpieces. Well, I saw The Good Dinosaur, and it's a good movie. I will praise it as a good movie if it was made by any other studio, but I guess Pixar's kind of set their standards so high after Inside Out that this movie being anything less than a pure masterpiece was liable to leave some people disappointed. And I know that's not fair. That's not a fair thing to say, but the fact that it was definitely not as good as Inside Out. The fact that it's merely a good movie, not a particularly great or fantastic one, kind of makes it a little bit disappointing. But this is still a very, very good movie. First of all, the animation is fantastic. Like previous dinosaur movies like Disney's Dinosaur or the Walking with Dinosaurs movie, used live-action backgrounds, and animated the dinosaurs in them for greater realism. This movie, 100% computer animated, but you can barely tell. Some of the environments that these characters are in look borderline live-action. The characters themselves are obviously highly stylized to look a bit cartoony, so they certainly don't look realistic, but they still look fantastic despite their cartoonish designs. And basically, This is basically an interesting Western, is what it is. I know it doesn't look like it. I'm like, how could a movie about dinosaurs be a Western? But this really is. This, alternate reality that this movie creates where the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs never hit, and they never went extinct. Essentially, it's kind of Pixar's excuse to make a Western with a bunch of talking dinosaurs. I guess when it comes to the whole concept of what if the asteroid that hit the dinosaurs never hit, I kind of feel like that's such an awesome concept to do that just using that as an excuse to make a Western like this with a little non-talking kid kind of seems like you're misusing this concept. I remember back in the 80s there was this book called The New Dinosaurs, written by an evolutionary biologist, which kind of seriously theorized what the world would look like today had that mass extinction never taken place. I never really expected that from a Pixar movie, but I still kind of hope that somebody else really tries to do that concept in a more serious way, and try to explore how this planet's evolution would have gone differently had that asteroid never hit. I guess I'm kind of a nerd that way. There probably isn't a huge market for that, so it might never happen, but I just think it would be a really awesome idea. But basically, Arlo, the main character, kind of a long-necked sauropod dinosaur, kind of gets stranded in the forest. And with the help of his human friend who does not talk, he kind of goes through a journey to try to get back home. Very basic story. We've seen that kind of story of a character who's too scared of things, needs to find his courage, gets lost in the wilderness, is put in a situation where he's forced to find it. We've seen this before, so this movie really isn't that new in that regard or original, but it tells that story again pretty well. It's a perfectly entertaining movie. The connection between the dinosaur and his boy, which is kind of the boy and his dog, is genuinely very heartfelt, which you expect from Pixar, and this movie does deliver. And overall, this is still a really good animated movie. And I hear it's not doing well at the box office as far as Pixar movies go. So if you really are looking for something to take your kids to this weekend, even if you don't have any kids, want to see it like at a matinee price, I never go to see it full price or anything like that. But I recommend checking this movie out, or at the very least, when it comes to Blu-ray, give this one a rent. All right, well, thank you to all my fans out there. I love you all. I appreciate your support. All right, signing out.